Hello, class. Miss Smart here. I just wanted to touch base with you and for you to see my face and know that I am here for your online classes. Please know that I am just a phone call, text, or email away. If you do not already have my phone number, you can email me and I will give you my phone number so that you can know that I'm available 24/7 to walk you through your online learning throughout the rest of the semester. Okay, just a couple of things that I need to tell you. First of all, I hope you're well and I hope you're safe and healthy and in a good frame of mind and highly motivated to finish your semester strong. Online classes are quite a bit different from face-to-face classes in this way especially. It requires that you are self-motivated and that you are very disciplined in checking pause every week, several times a week, and in checking your emails daily, as I told you you needed to do at the beginning of the semester already, and that you're responding to those emails if necessary, especially if it seems clear that your professor does want a response from you. Okay, so another thing that's crucial with online learning is lots of times college students shirk their required reading responsibilities. We have required readings for a reason, and that is so that you can understand the material in order to be successful with your assignments, such as in all of my English classes, you're supposed to be reading the assignments that I give you so that you can understand how to write major papers, correct? And if you're not doing those required readings, it's very hard for you to understand how to write the papers that you need to write to earn your grade for this semester. Okay, but now, typically, here's why students sometimes skip their required readings because they're like, Miss Smart's a great teacher. And I am. And she's going to cover that in class. So I might skim it a little bit. Or, you know what? I've got 3 other classes and I have this final exam or this exam and this going on. So I'm going to skip this because I know Miss Smart has my back on this one and she's going to cover that in class. Okay, that's typically a reason that college students might neglect their required readings. However, when you have an online class, even though I'm going to be posting PowerPoints and I'm going to be posting videos to make sure that you get and lots of other resources to make sure that you get the main ideas of your required readings, you are going to have to do more of the heavy lifting on the readings now that we're online because your professor does a lot of the heavy lifting with the required readings in face-to-face classes because we're actually going over what we've read and we're having conversations about the text and you may be asking some questions and I'll be giving very thoughtful and intelligent answers to those questions, of course. So you can have anything clarified in face-to-face classes. And of course, you can always email me with questions, but it's not quite the same as a big group discussion about the required readings, right? So you are having to do more of the heavy lifting on these readings than I do. So first of all, to be successful with your online classes, you need to be sure that you are logging into Pause several times a week. And in my class, you have all of your modules for learning lined up for you in the table of contents. You have now we're on week 8. You have week 8 through week 13 with all of your assignments listed in that module for you. I don't know why I'm pointing here. I guess I'm thinking that if my laptop was up, here's where it would be, right here, right there somewhere. There, okay. Anyway, you get the point. You would have right underneath the table of contents everything that you need to complete all of your assignments and all of your deadlines listed right there for you in week 8 in a module tucked away nice and neat. And I have hyperlinked everything to go right to that assignment or right to that Dropbox if you're uploading a paper that week. So I've made your online learning very user-friendly for you because I want you to succeed, okay? But you have to make sure you have to do it. You have to want to succeed, and you have to be highly motivated and highly disciplined, be logging into Pause several times a week, and be checking the modules of learning, not only in my class, but in every class that you're in right now at Southwest, because we're all online for the rest of the semester. Next, you need to, as I've already said, check your emails daily and respond when it's clear that a professor needs you to respond, right? Any questions or concerns? Don't sit in your home in online learning and be confused. Email with whatever questions that you have, okay? And you will get a very fast reply from me. Lastly, if you find that you're in a situation where you had a failing grade in a class, not only my class, but any class, before spring break, and you think that because classes are online now that you can pull it out, that would be wrong thinking, okay? Because chances are that, well, it depends on the reason that you had a failing grade, okay? Because there are some things that you can pull out at this point, such as if you had a failing grade because you were having trouble understanding the work, or maybe a little extra tutoring would help your grade. See, that's certainly something that you can pull out. If you were struggling with the work, but you were doing the work, that kind of failing grade you can pull out. Because there are lots of resources to help you bring up a failing grade if that's the reason that you have a failing grade, that you were struggling with the understanding the work. We have the Academic Support Center for you to have online tutoring, for you to have online help. In my classes, if you're struggling figuring out how to write an essay, we have online writing help, which I sent you guys a link to that, to help you, for someone to help you with your papers, okay? So if you have a failing grade because you need a little extra help understanding the work, that's certainly fixable, okay? However, if you have a failing grade because you were not turning in your work and you were not doing your work and you were not performing in face-to-face classes, the odds that you're suddenly going to be turning in work and participating and performing in class all of a sudden because classes are online is slim to none. Because if you were not motivated to do the work in face-to-face classes, it requires even more motivation to do online classes, because it's on you, because you have to be disciplined to log into Pause and do the work, because you have to do the heavy lifting on the reading, right? So online classes are not a place where you can say, woohoo, I have a 20. I can probably pull this out now that classes are online. Not unless you, probably not. So I say all this to tell you that you may want to consider withdrawing from class now, if that's your situation. If you have a failing grade at this point, the last day to withdraw with a grade of W is March the 29th. So you need to communicate with your professor if you are in that situation, and ask if she thinks that you might need to consider withdrawing, right? What are your chances of being able to pull out a failing grade? It also depends on how low of a failing grade that you have. Say that you have a 50 in your class and you're going to perform from here on out, and you're going to make good grades on every single assignment from here on out, your chances of pulling out a grade like that and passing that class are very strong. Okay, but if you were not, like I said, if you were not doing the work before and you were not turning in assignments, you were making zeros on all your assignments, chances are that's probably going to be the pattern that you carry into online classes, because it does require even more discipline. Okay, the reason I bring up withdrawing from classes is because a grade of an F will affect your financial aid, but a grade of a W may not. Okay, so failing grades can affect your financial aid and the last day to withdraw if you think that you cannot pass a course, or you cannot do online classes whatsoever, then you need to consider withdrawing. And the deadline to do that is March the 29th. Okay, so I just wanted to touch base with you about that. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me with any questions or concerns that you have. Guys, I just need you to know that I'm here. I'm here to walk you through online learning every step of the way. I'm rooting for you. I know you can succeed. And you just have to reach for that success, and you have to reach a little bit harder now that classes are online, okay? But I'm here. I'm a phone call, a text, or an email away. All right, I just wanted to touch base with you guys, let you see my face and know that I'm still here, and we can do this, all right? Take care and be well.